All right.
Thank you. Please be seated. This is the 11 p.m. calendar on November 5th, 2025. Orders are given on the first of the month regarding the taking of DNA and fingerprints. Those orders remain in effect today. What that means for you in the courtroom is this: not every single one of you has to give your DNA or your fingerprints. If you have to do that, those orders will be on your paperwork. My name is Commissioner Beck. I'm here to do a few things for you. Number one, I'm here to let you know why you're here. Number two, if you might be released. Number three, if you're going to be assigned an attorney. The vast majority of you will be assigned an attorney, which leads to my number one rule. Please don't talk about the facts of your case. Anything you say or do can be used against you. Everything in the courtroom is video recorded. So please don't talk about the facts of your case unless it's with your attorney. Second, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions for me. Unfortunately, I'm not your legal counsel, so I can't answer legal questions for you. So please save those types of questions for your attorney. Finally, you're going to be hearing about lots of different dates and different types of release conditions. You don't have to memorize all that stuff. All that information is going to be on your paperwork. That's why it's important to keep your paperwork and save it. Don't lose it. If you end up missing a court date or you don't follow a written court order, you could just end up back here. When it comes to those release conditions, when I see you in the courtroom, I'm going to be telling you about some of those release conditions, not every single one of those release conditions. For a complete list of your release conditions, please refer to your paperwork. Here's how tonight's going to work. I'm going to call two names. The first name I call is going to come in the courtroom and stand in front of me at the podium. The second name I call is going to sit on that chair next to the door, and we're going to keep on cycling through until the calendar's finished. Mr. Goebel?
Hi, Judge.
Hi. I just want to let you know I'm probably not going to see your client until later in the calendar. I just want to give you the heads up. Did they make you aware of that?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, sure. I just didn't want you waiting.
That's fine, Judge. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, Michael Long to the podium. Eric Bautista to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Michael Long, 10/15, 1953.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today in a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for aggravated DUI, 2 counts of aggravated DUI. It's class 4 felonies. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 12 and November 14 in the downtown Superior Court. I'm setting a secured appearance bond of $25,000. If you're able to bond out, you're going to be placed on pretrial services supervision with alcohol and drug testing and monitoring. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you cannot drive any type of motor vehicle. Sir, if you want to please step to your left for your paperwork. Eric Bautista to the podium. Iris Ortiz to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Eric Batista, 02/01/1980.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court new case, 2 Superior Court arrest warrants, and 4 probation violation warrants. So let me talk to you about your new Superior Court case. You've been arrested for aggravated taking the identity of another Class 3 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 12th and November 14th in the downtown Superior Court. For this new case, you have a $10,000 secured appearance bond. You also have 2 Superior Court arrest warrants. For the first one, probable cause was previously found for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. These were alleged to have occurred back on April 27th of 2025. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court dates are again November 12th and November 14th in the downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your trial judge. It's a $1,000 cash bond. On your second Superior Court arrest warrant, probable cause was previously found for shoplifting, a Class 4 felony. This was alleged to have occurred back on February 11th of 2025. I'm assigning counsel, same court dates of November 12th and 14th. Let me see, you have a cash bond in this case of $2,500. Finally, you have 4 probation violation warrants. Actually, there are 4 failure to appear warrants for your probation violations. I'm not assigning you new counsel. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court date for all 4 of these is going to be November 12th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge. First one is $500. Second one is $500. Third one is $500. All of them are $500. So for your probation violations, it's an extra $2,000 secured appearance. Sir, if you're able to bond out on all of your matters, you are not to return to the scenes of the crime. No contact with any victims or witnesses. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most importantly, if you bond out on all your matters, you have to contact your PO within 24 hours because you are in intensive probation services. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Iris Ortiz to the podium. Jocelyn Rueda to the chair, please. Hi, name and date of birth, please.
August 29, 1977.
Name, please.
Iris Jessica Ortiz.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date's November 12th in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a cash bond of $15,000 because you've been extradited from California. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Jocelyn Rueda to the podium. Michael Clark to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Jocelyn Rueda, February 22nd, 1995.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court grand jury warrant. The grand jury has found probable cause to hold you on 1 count of illegally conducting an enterprise, a Class 3 felony, 1 count of conspiracy, a Class 3 felony, 4 counts of misconduct and trafficking in weapons, a Class 3 felony. These were alleged to have occurred between May 4th of 2024 and February of 2025. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date is November 13th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by the grand jury. It's a $10,000 cash bond. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with electronic ankle monitoring. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're to have no contact with any co-defendants, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Before proceeding, Ms. Stetson, are you on the line?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is here.
Hi. Hi. Just one question for you. Are you appearing on the end of the calendar?
Sorry, you cut out for a second, Your Honor.
Will you just be appearing on the 4 matters at the end of the calendar?
Yes, Your Honor, that's the plan. Is there something that you need the state to appear on otherwise?
No, I just wanted to clarify. Thank you, Ms. Stetson. I'll call you when those matters come up.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Michael Clark to the podium. Manuel Cortez to the chair, please. Michael Clark.
Michael, Clark. The hoodie. Michael, over here.
Sir, name and date of birth.
Michael Clark, October 6, 1985.
Thank you. You're here today on 3 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's November 12th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by a probation violation judge. First one is $750 secured. Second one is $750 secured. Third one is $500 secured appearance. So total, $2,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Manuel Cortez to the podium. Jorge Padilla to the chair, please. Yes, sir. Hi, name and date of birth, please.
011393.
Name, please.
Manuel Cortez, Jr.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's November 12th in the downtown Superior Court. Sir, I am setting a secured appearance bond of $1,000. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out on all of your matters, you got to contact your PO within 3 days.
All right.
Thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Jorge Padilla to the podium. Vernon Benali to the chair, please. Jorge Padilla.
Jorge.
Hi, name and date of birth, please.
Jorge Padilla, 6/30/1998.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on 2 failure to appear warrants. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court date is going to be November 12th in the downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your original judge. On the first one, it's $250 secured. Second one is $500, so total $750 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days.
Okay.
Please step to your left for your paperwork. Thank you. Vernon Bonali to the podium. Christine Quinones to the chair, please. Hi, name and date of birth, please.
Vernon Benali, 7/30/89.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning you counsel. Your next court date's November 12th in the downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge. It's a $750 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, got to contact your PO within 3 days.
Sir.
Thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Christine Quinones to the podium. Daniel Verdugo to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Christine Quinones, 7394.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case and a probation violation warrant. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for criminal trespass, a Class 6 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 12 and November 14 in the downtown Superior Court. I'm setting a placeholder bond of $50. You also have a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date is November 12 in the downtown Superior Court. Finding probable cause as to a new Term 1 violation, I'm setting a secured appearance bond of $500. So total $550. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You can't go back to where you were arrested, and you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Daniel Verdugo to the podium. Trinae O'Connor to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
February 16th, 1987.
Your name, please.
Daniel Verdugo.
Thank you. You're here today on 2 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's November 12th in the downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by a probation violation judge. On each one, it's a $250 secured appearance bond, so total $500 secured appearance. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Trinae O'Connor to the podium. Caitlin Bird to the chair, please. Would you please lower your hoodie?
Hoodie do it all the way up, man.
He's working on it. It's okay. Thank you, sir. Could I please have your full name and date of birth? Date of birth, please.
March 2002.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for criminal trespass, a Class 6 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 12th and November 14th in the downtown Superior Court. I'm setting a placeholder bond of $50, sir. It appears as if you have some other matters that you're being held on, and so you'll get credit for time served while I have this placeholder bond. If you're able to bond out on all of your matters, you're going to be placed on pretrial services supervision. You're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Sir, if you want, please step to your left for your paperwork. Caitlin Bird to the podium. Hi, name and date of birth, please.
Caitlin Bird, 12/4/95.
Thank you. You're here today on 2 Justice Court warrants. I'm not assigning you an attorney because for the types of charges that you're facing, you don't get a free attorney, but you can hire your own attorney if you want one. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Your next court date's going to be November 20th. That's at the El Centro Justice Court for both of those cases. Upon your promise to appear, I'm going to be releasing you today. There's some conditions to your release. Once you're out of custody, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes.
Okay. Do you promise to follow these conditions?
Yeah.
Do you have any weapons you need to give up?
No.
Do you promise to appear on November 20th at the El Centro Justice Court?
Yes.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue another warrant for your arrest?
Okay.
Do you understand that, though?
Yes.
All right. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you on your own recognizance. Please make sure to show up to court, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Will you please clear the courtroom?
Everyone stand up, let's go. Good job, folks.
May I approach? Please.
You're still being
No, I'm here.
You did it, right? Earlier. When you told me that today, we came over, just to say hi.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, good to see you. Can we get Mr. Powell, please? Okay, could I please get appearances, starting with the state on Jason Cow?
Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Evening, Your Honor. Jonathan Global from Rhodes Listing Law Group for Jason Cow, who is present in custody and standing to my left.
Thank you. Sir, could I please have your full name and date of birth?
Jason Hui Cao. It's April 2nd, 2000.
Thank you. Before proceeding, Mr. Goebel, are you here for the just for the initial appearance or for the remainder of the case?
The whole case, Your Honor. We've been retained by his family.
Okay. And will you be arguing probable cause, release conditions, or both?
I'm not going to argue probable cause, Your Honor, after reading the Form 4, but I would like to be heard on release conditions. I'm sure counsel for the state would like to be heard first, though.
No, absolutely. All right. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for 10 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor, Class 2 felonies. I have found probable cause. Sir, I'm not assigning you counsel because it appears as if Mr. Goebel has been retained for you. So if you have any questions, please feel free to refer to him even during this time. Your next court dates are going to be November 12th and November 14th in the downtown Superior Court. All right. Ms. Stetson, would you like to make your record regarding release conditions?
Yes, Your Honor. The state would be requesting bond be set in the amount of $150,000 cash with the conditions laid out in the state's written recommendation, which include electronic monitoring, no contact with minors, and no use of internet except for school or work. Your Honor, the allegations are very much outlined in the Form 4. The state won't get into them. However, the reason for the state's recommendation is that he is charged with 10 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor, Your Honor. He is looking at a lifetime sentence with this lifetime prison sentence, Your Honor. The state absolutely believes that that these charges themselves are a concern to the community. The state believes that he is a risk to the community. The state acknowledges that he does not have any criminal history, but despite that, the state still is asking for that bond. Your Honor, there are concerns based on statements he made in the Form 4 that gives state concern that this behavior may continue to happen. So for that reason, the state is asking for a bond to be set in the amount of $150,000 cash. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Goebel, response?
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, obviously my client is just 25 years old. He has no previous criminal history, as counsel for the state referenced. Obviously, no failures to appear. We don't believe that he's a flight risk at all, Your Honor. Obviously, he's retained private counsel. We would be asking, Your Honor, I understand that pretrial services with just electronic monitoring based on the charges themselves would be asking quite a lot, Your Honor. In my experience, that's not generally what the court would do, but we would ask for a reasonable secured appearance bond. Here, Your Honor, again, he has no previous convictions. There's no allegations other than the images themselves being on a hard drive, Your Honor. There's no evidence that there's any trafficking or anything that would show that he's a harm to the community. We would be fine with the counsel of the state requested once he's bonded out on a secured appearance bond for ankle monitoring and as well as internet terms, Your Honor.
Thank you.
We're thinking somewhere between $10,000 and $30,000 secured appearance bond, Your Honor.
Ms. Stetson, last word.
Again, Your Honor, the state realizes that the counsel just stated that the suspect is not a flight risk. However, Your Honor, he is looking at a life sentence in prison, Your Honor. That in itself gives the state reason to believe that he could potentially be a flight risk. Again, Your Honor, the state has concerns for the safety of the community based on the allegations. This very much is not a victimless crime, and therefore the state does believe that this is an appropriate bond amount. Thank you.
Thank you. After hearing from both counsel and in reviewing the record before me, and also weighing the fact that the defendant has no prior criminal history, weighing that against the fact that the strength of the evidence in this case does seem to be fairly strong, although I would disagree with the contention that this case is necessarily could turn into a life sentence. The defendant is looking possibly at a lengthy prison sentence in this case. Given the serious nature of the charges, I'll be making the following orders. I will be following the state's recommendation in this case. It'll be a $150,000 cash bond at this time.
Your Honor, can I be heard on that?
Please.
Again, I'm sorry. I have been here many times for many clients with the exact same charges. I've never seen higher than a $50,000 bond, ever. For the record, a $150,000 cash bond is exorbitant and really over the top here for these particular charges, Your Honor. It should at least be a secured appearance bond. Again, this is triple of, I could go back and pull cases if you want, Your Honor. I've never seen a bond this high for this charges with someone with no priors. This is excessive.
Ms. Stetson, response?
Your Honor, the state would make the same argument again that it made the two previous times. This is based on the fact that he is charged, well, not charged, but he was booked in on 10 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor, Your Honor. He is looking at a lengthy prison sentence. That is correct, Your Honor. It's not necessarily a life sentence, but the charges themselves would be longer than the sentencing would likely be longer than the average person would live. So the state would like to correct itself on that. Again, Your Honor, the state does have concerns for the safety of the community. This is a very serious charges. So therefore, Your Honor, the state believes that the bond is appropriate. The suspect made allegations that he has an addiction to pornography, Your Honor. Based on that, the state have concerns that he will not follow conditions of the court. So the state would ask for the $150,000 cash bond. Thank you.
This is a completely arbitrary request, Your Honor, based on my experience, my 20-plus years of experience, and I've represented many clients for the exact same charges in this court. I've never seen counsel for the state ask for this type of bond, ever.
So for the record, having only been here for about a year, I have seen this recommendation from the state on multiple occasions, and then both myself and my colleagues, they have affirmed those amounts, but here again is what I'm weighing. And counsels, please correct me if I'm wrong. Should he be found guilty at trial? The presumptive term for each image is 5 years. Is that correct?
It would be 10 years, Your Honor, is what it would be. And they would run consecutive, but this would be only if he didn't go to trial and were found guilty on each of these counts.
Understood.
For counsel for the state to be suggesting that this is a life sentence is a little inappropriate, quite frankly, Your Honor.
And I've stated that on the record that a life sentence is strong language, although
a bond shouldn't be proportionate to the amount of sentencing time that someone is looking at. It should be measured.
So after, again, hearing from both counsels and...
Again, you're right, he's going to be on ankle bracelet unless he's released. He's not going anywhere. That's supposing that his family can post. The last 3 that I have had, Your Honor, that's been a $50,000 secured appearance bond. If they can manage to raise the funds, he's going to be on ankle monitoring with pretrial services and not be able to use internet terms. If the counsel for the state's worried about the danger to the community, if he's not allowed to use the internet, then there's no danger to the community based on these alleged charges.
So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to reduce the cash bond. I'm going to reduce it by $50,000.
Can we make that secured appearance, please, Your Honor?
Mr. Goebel, at this point, it's not a question of proportionality, but the fact that he may not appear to be a flight risk now, but given the amount of time that he could be facing, that does add possible fuel to the fire.
Judge, how could you run with an ankle bracelet on?
It happens, sir. It does happen. And I know
not with people that I represent, Your Honor.
I understand. And I understand that you're fighting your hardest for your client, and I thank you for that. But
again, if you could please reconsider just to make it $100,000 secured. $100,000 for this young man's family in cash would be unreachable, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Goebel, at this time, I'll be I'll be ordering the $100,000 in cash at this time. Sir, if you're able to bond out, you will be placed on pretrial services supervision with the electronic ankle monitoring. You're to have no contact with any alleged victims if there are any live victims. You're to have no contact with any minors. You are prohibited from accessing the internet except to communicate with your defense counsel. And you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Ms. Stetson, anything further for this matter?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Goebel, anything further for this matter?
Again, Your Honor, I ask you to reconsider for the record. I'll go back at the next court and ask for another motion to modify the release conditions based on the previous cases that I've had with the exact same charges, Your Honor.
Understood.
This was way over the top.
Understood. Mr. Cow, so please keep in touch with with Mr. Goebel. Your next court dates again are November 12th and November 14th. It sounds like Mr. Goebel is going to file what's called a motion to modify release conditions, which is within his power to do. So those release conditions could possibly change with the next judge, but again, that'll be ultimately up to the next judge, and whatever the permanent prosecutor, the official prosecutor on your case is going to respond to. So again, please keep in touch with defense counsel. We have any paperwork for Mr. Powell?
Okay.
Could I please get Mr. Barnes to the podium? Matthew Druin to the chair, please.
You ready? I'm ready.
Okay, could I please get appearances starting with the state?
Good evening, Your Honor. Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
And good evening, Your Honor. Michelle Skura for Mr. Barnes, who is present and in custody this evening.
Thank you. Sir, could I please have your full name and date of birth?
Gary Barnes, 11966.
Is it Gary Allen Barnes?
Yes.
All right, sir. Ms. Skura, are you appearing solely for the initial appearance or for the remainder of Mr. Barnes's case?
At this time, Your Honor, it is for the remainder of the case.
Okay, and will you be, actually, there's no release, or there's no probable cause to argue. Okay.
Correct.
All right, sir. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court grand jury warrant. Grand jury's found probable cause to hold you on one count of voyeurism, a class 5 felony. This was alleged to have occurred back on July 30th of 2021. I'm not assigning you counsel because it appears as if you retained Ms. Skura, and so please, if you have any questions, please keep in touch with her and ask her any of those questions that you may have. Your next court date is going to be November 13th at the Downtown Superior Court. Ms. Stetson, would you like to be heard regarding release conditions?
Yes, Your Honor, very quickly. This is a grand jury case, Your Honor. The state is not privy to the facts of this case. Given that this is a grand jury case, a judicial officer heard this case and felt that the warrant of $1,000 was appropriate, so the state will just ask that you affirm that. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Skura, your response, please?
Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to make it known that we have actually been on this case since 2021. And since 2021, we have been in constant contact with Chandler and the Maricopa County attorney. Last year, Chandler told us that this matter was turned down by Maricopa. We contacted Maricopa today, and they told us it went to grand jury. We understand that he's here for one felony count, which is a voyeurism count. Mr. Barnes does not have any prior history. He's gainfully employed, married. His wife is a school teacher. There's no minors in the house. And Your Honor, just based on the fact that he has retained us and he has been in contact with me for, at this point, almost 5 years, he intends to fight these charges and clear his name. We are going to ask for an OR release. If EM is required, that's fine, but he doesn't pose a flight risk. Sorry about that. And he's definitely not a danger to the community. And this is a non-violent, non-dangerous crime against children. I feel OR would be appropriate.
Thank you. Ms. Stetson, final word?
Your Honor, again, the state will just ask that Your Honor affirm the bond and due to the fact that this is a grand jury case and the judicial officer that heard the case felt that that was appropriate. Thank you.
Thank you. After hearing from both counsels and reviewing the record before me, I do acknowledge that the defendant has no prior criminal history. At the same time, I also acknowledge that because this is a grand jury warrant, that we have no further information than what the original judicial officer who set this bond was able to hear. For that reason, I'm going to be affirming that judicial officer's bond. It's a $1,000 secured appearance bond. So a secured appearance bond means that you can use a bond company. It's not $1,000 cash. So it's $1,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, sir, you're going to be placed on pretrial services supervision with any electronic ankle monitor. You're not to return to the scene of the crime. not to have any contact with any victims or witnesses. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. And if there are any orders of harassment that are issued against you, you must follow those orders. Ms. Skura, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor, I know everything's very limited since it's grand jury and everything's sealed. And I understand that the state and yourself do not have as much information as I do. Just wanted to let Mr. Barnes know that he will be bonded out hopefully by tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Stetson, anything further?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, sir, please keep in touch with your defense counsel, okay? Thank you. Please step to the left for your paperwork. All right, thank you, Ms. Skura, for appearing. Matthew Druin to the podium. Please remove your hat.
I apologize.
All right. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
11/01/1991.
Name, please?
Matthew Druin.
Thank you. And sir, do you need are you hard of hearing? Can you hear me?
Not that well.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I don't think I noticed any change.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Oh.
All right.
If you put this a little lower.
Yeah.
How's that?
Oh, that's okay.
Okay, thank you. All right, sir. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for 2 counts of molestation of a child, Class 2 felony, 2 counts of sexual conduct with a minor, Class 2 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 12th and November 14th in the Downtown Superior Court. Ms. Stetson, would you like to make your record regarding release conditions?
Yes, Your Honor. First of all, Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state. Your Honor, the state is requesting bond be set in the amount of $150,000 cash with standard release conditions for sex crimes, including electronic monitoring, no contact with minors, and the state did request a no internet condition as well. Your Honor, this is a delayed sexual abuse case involving a minor. That minor is now a 20-year-old woman, Your Honor. There are, in the amended probable cause statement that the state did for the court, there are potential allegations that there may be more victims, Your Honor. Given that, the state has concerns about the suspect being released without conditions. The state does have concerns for the safety of the community, given the fact that there are additional victims, or there may be additional victims, Your Honor. So the state does believe that $150,000 cash is appropriate. Thank you.
Sir, did you hear what the prosecutor had to say?
Yes, I did.
Okay, without talking about the facts of your case, because anything you say or do can be used against you, did you have a recommendation as to what you believe your release conditions should be?
The term was like something like the pretrial services that they offered or whatever. I cannot drive. I not only don't have a driver's license, I also am physically incapable because of my balance and my ear. I'm incapable of, I do not own a vehicle. I do not, I don't know how to drive. Like, I don't own anything. And then I guess the other statement is, the question actually is, do you have the appointed attorney that you mentioned? Is that something that when I speak to them, this is more something that gets re-talked about when I speak to my attorney?
I don't understand your question, but basically, you're going to get a free attorney, and
Yeah.
whatever questions you might have about your case, you can ask of your attorney.
I just don't know all the terminology, so I'm a little lost with my words when I say this stuff. So, I just mean that this hearing right now, basically when I get my attorney, is it redone in that case or in that step, basically? Because I'm just, like, again, I'm not familiar, so I'm just asking.
So in terms of your release conditions?
Just everything, really.
So it sounds like, sir, you have a lot of questions because you are new to this type of process. All those questions that you have, you're going to have to ask of your attorney. It sounds like you're just going to have to start from the beginning about what's going to go on in your case, okay? But at this point, I'm going to just ask you one last time. In terms of your conditions of release, what you believe they should be. The prosecutors asked for $150,000 cash in order for you to be released.
I mean, of course, I'm very poor for one, but just at the pretrial services, that's all. This is my obviously first thing that's come up in my name, so I don't know what else to say.
Okay. After hearing from counsel for the state and the defendant and in reviewing his criminal history, I do recognize he has no criminal history. I'm going to be making the following orders. Sir, at this time I'm going to be affirming the cash bond of $150,000. If you're able to post that bond, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with the electronic ankle monitoring. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victims or witnesses. No contact with any minors. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. At this time, I'm not going to impose the internet restriction. Ms. Stetson, do you have anything further?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, sir.
All I was just going to mention is just that the bond, again, $150,000. That's, I mean, low amounts is already not possible, but $150,000 is obviously. Even if I talk to my family, it's not like. Again, I'm sorry that I don't understand and new to this, so I'm just asking that it's obviously lower, but. Again, I'm new to it. I don't know.
I understand, sir. At this time, I'm going to be affirming that bond. So talk to your defense counsel and ask him to try to get that bond modified at a future time. But at this point, it's going to be $150,000 cash. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir. If you want to, you have new paperwork over here. If you want to take off your headphones, please. All right, for the last three individuals, I'll be visiting them back at their cell. They pose a risk of harm to themselves or to others. The first individual is Quintin Barbietto, date of birth 12/2/1983. He is here on a Superior Court new case. Ms. Stetson, appearance?
Good evening, Your Honor. Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
Thank you. Mr. Barbietto has been arrested for 6 counts of unlawful distribution of images of nudity, class 4 felonies, 2 counts of furnishing obscene materials to minors, class 4 felonies, 14 counts of unlawful distribution of images of nudity, class 5 felonies. I have found probable cause and I'm assigning counsel. The next court dates are November 12th and November 14th in the downtown Superior Court. Ms. Stetson, your recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor, the state is asking for $75,000 cash on this case. The state, prior to coming on coming to the hearing, spoke with the case agent very briefly, Your Honor. The state did provide the court with the suspect's criminal history. He does have out-of-state criminal history, as well as the fact that he does have prior domestic violence allegations and convictions involving the same victim, Your Honor. The case agent did tell the state that she is extremely fearful of the suspect. So those things, along with the allegations, Your Honor, the allegations are obviously concerning. They are allegations that the suspect is distributing images of the victim engaged in sexual behavior, not only just distributing the images, but giving them access to anyone, including the victim's minor children who saw the images and helped pick up the images, the flyers or the images that were in the victim's yard, Your Honor. So the state does believe that $75,000 cash is appropriate based on the allegations as well as the suspect's criminal history and his to ensure the safety of the victim. Thank you.
Thank you. This time I'm going to be setting a cash bond of $50,000 if he's able to post bond, pretrial services supervision with the electronic ankle monitoring. Furthermore, if he bonds out, he's not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, no contact with any minors. He's prohibited from accessing the internet through any electronic means except to communicate with defense counsel. He's not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, must obey any terms of orders of protection. All right. Ms. Stetson, I believe that's
Yes,
it.
sir.
You may be...
I apologize. On the last case, did you order electronic monitoring?
I did.
Okay, thank you. I must have missed it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Brianna Thompson, date of birth 7/24/1995, is here on 2 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning counsel. Next court date's November 12th at the Downtown Superior Court, affirming the bond set by her probation violation judge, $100 as to each case, total $200 secured appearance. If she's able to post bond, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and must contact her PO within 3 days. Jalen Coleman, date of birth 3/21/1996, here on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Next court date is November 12th in the Downtown Superior Court. It's going to be held non-bondable due to the violation of his probation. After visiting with these individuals back to their cell, found to make any changes to these release conditions, I'll come back on the record to make those changes. This concludes the 11 p.m. calendar.